Hi, everybody. Some of you might have been wondering where I have been because I promised a 7-part series on grief. And I've done 2 of those videos so far, and that was a couple weeks ago. So I'm live on both my pages, hence why I'm shifting my eye focus to the different holes. And I've been MIA for 2 weeks from this new series, and I don't necessarily have a grief video for you today, which is ironic because there is a ton of grief in my life around me, a ton. It's also ironic because this morning I filmed a lesson for Share Pregnancy and Infant Loss Support. They're doing a new curriculum, and I filmed a segment on complicated grief this morning. And so then I'm also filming my Happy Habit series, which launches August 27th, and I look pretty. I got my eyeliner on right. So I was like, I'm gonna go live with where I have been on this grief series that some of you have actually even been messaging me about. So I'm not necessarily, I guess, gonna talk about the list that I had to cover in this series and the questions that you had so far. I promise I will finish the series. I promise. And I still wanted to come to you today because, well, July 2018 can go, you know what. July 2018 has been awful for many people in my life. And from the looks of some of my people that I don't even necessarily know personally, and the messages that I'm getting and social media posts, like, we're not the only ones. And as a therapist, I don't love the month of July to begin with. July is a tough month. Like, you are in the thick of summer, you're off schedule, you're not taking good care of yourself unless you're doing one of my happy challenges. And it's tough. And 4th of July throws everybody off kilter in reality. But this July 2018, I want to punch it in the throat. And I'm ready for the full moon to be done on Friday. I know that not everybody believes in that, but I've been in mental health for 19 years, and trust me, it's not just the night of the full moon, it's leading up to it. And it's coming Friday, so it's temporary, guys. It's gonna lighten up a little bit. What I really want to talk about today is this piece that I've been really working on myself, because when you have so many people in your life struggling and people in the dark, and you are who I am, and you're a helping professional, and you're an empath, and people come to you for help, it's hard not to get pulled into the dark too. And so that's also why I'm super adamant about my self-care and boundaries and things like that. What I also am finding, though, is that in all of the struggle that's happening right now is that there's a lot of apathy and victim mindset, and I am not doing that anymore. And even though I have lifelong grief in my life, I'm going to be the light. And so my mantra the last week or so, because I will admit, last week damn near killed me. I'm not sure I've ever felt that empty with nothing left to give, because so many people are struggling, like people that I love a lot, and going through really hard things. And I serve them best when I am the light. And what I am finding is most helpful in that is to choose curiosity. Things are hard. What if you chose this space of excitement of what's coming? Like, there's a gift in here somewhere of the wonder and the awe of the struggle, or most especially the rise that's going to come after. Or this curiosity. And for me, it has been in this curiosity of, what are you up to, God? What are you doing? And not this old space of, what are you up to? You owe me. What are you up to? Enough already. It is not a place of rainbows and butterflies and denial of the hard, dark struggle. It is a space of wonder and curiosity and faith of, I wonder what you're doing. I wonder what you're up to. I wonder how I'm going to be better after this. And so in this time of a big FU July 2018, I want to encourage you that even if you are in a pretty dark place, that there is a lot of power that you get back and so much light to be found when you choose curiosity and you choose the wonder. Because there will always be dark. And even though there seems to be a lot of it right now, there's also always light in the dark. And oftentimes, our light is only born of the dark. That's my own line for my TED Talk, but I love it. I had a friend, well, I've had lots of friends sending me messages because I think people can tell that I'm struggling. And I'm mostly struggling because so many people in my life are struggling. And so I think that's been noticeable on social media. So I also wanted to I'm authentic. And so I wanted to share that. And at the same time, I can still be in struggle and hard and choose light and be the light. And of course, as God would have it, those of you who don't know, I'm a Christian, and I have recently purchased the Passion Bible. This is actually for my mom, but I haven't sent it to her yet. And of course, 2 friends sent me Matthew 5, and then I looked it up in my Life Application Bible, which I didn't realize that the Beatitudes, the Sermon on the Mount, were all prophesized in Psalms or the Old Testament, and then they kind of shared scripture about how we live out that beatitude, basically. But then I read them also in the Passion Bible, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful translation. And then I had a friend say, you need to read Matthew 5. It's really all about struggle. And so, of course, I was I just made a graphic on the YouVersion app on Matthew 5 and whatever. But this curiosity, maybe even excitement, this wonder that I'm asking you to hold on to at the same time as your grief and struggle and hard, the permission of the and, is described so beautifully. So I'm going to end on that. So this is Matthew 5, 4 through 6 in the Passion. What delight comes to you when you wait upon the Lord? For you will find what you long for. What blessing comes to you when gentleness lives in you? For you will inherit the earth. How enriched you are when you crave righteousness, for you will be surrounded with fruitfulness. I will be back with this grief series, I promise. Because I have too many good points to share with you. I needed a bit of a break, and I thank you for your grace. 777 Happy Challenge launches again on Monday, the 30th. I need to get that scheduled. And I have been filming and doing the content for the next challenge, which is called the Happy Habit, and it's a 66-day self-care program that will set you up for the holidays. And I would love for you to join me if you need some accountability and new ideas, and you want to change your life, and you're tired of feeling tired. This Happy Habit Challenge, it is a ton of content in one place. I'm pumped. So, yeah, I would love for you to join me on it. And as usual, please follow me over at YouTube. And I would love to hear how you're choosing curiosity in the struggles of July 2018. Thanks for being here.